Welcome to Brazil. Brazil, the land of endless vibrance. Brazil, the largest country in South America, is a land of vast contrasts and unforgettable beauty. From the mighty Amazon rainforest to the golden beaches of Rio de Janeiro, from the rhythmic pulse of samba to the passion of football, Brazil is a nation that lives and breathes energy, color, and culture. It is a place where nature's grandeur meets human creativity, shaping a country unlike any other. The Amazon, often called the lungs of the earth, is Brazil's most awe-inspiring treasure. Stretching across millions of square kilometers, it is home to an extraordinary variety of wildlife, indigenous communities, and winding rivers that carve their way through dense jungle. A journey into this region feels like stepping into another world, one where nature still rules and every sound carries the voice of the wild. Yet Brazil is not only about forests. Along its Atlantic coast lie some of the most famous beaches in the world, Copacabana and Ipanema, where golden sands meet turquoise waters and the spirit of celebration never fades. Towering over Rio de Janeiro, the statue of Christ the Redeemer spreads its arms in welcome, a symbol that has become an icon of both the city and the country. Brazil's cultural heart beats in its music and dance. Samba, bossa nova, and forró flow through its streets, while Carnival transforms entire cities into oceans of rhythm, costumes, and parades. This is a land where joy is not just an emotion, it is a way of life. Beyond its lively cities and festivals, Brazil also offers serene landscapes. The rolling hills of Minas Gerais dotted with colonial towns, the breathtaking waterfalls of Iguaçu, and the unique wetlands of the Pantanal, one of the best places on earth for wildlife watching. What makes Brazil unforgettable is its diversity. It is a country of many faces, indigenous traditions, Portuguese heritage, African influences, all blending into a rich and colorful identity. Here, you don't just visit places, you experience moments that stay with you forever. Brazil is more than a destination. It is a celebration of life itself, a land where nature and culture dance together, and where every sunrise promises something extraordinary. São Paulo, the beating heart of Brazil. São Paulo, the largest city in Brazil and one of the most dynamic metropolises in the world, is a place where energy never fades. Known as the country's financial and cultural hub, it is a city of towering skyscrapers, endless avenues, diverse neighborhoods, and a rhythm that never slows down. For many, São Paulo is not just a city, it is a universe in itself, constantly reinventing and redefining what urban life can be. The first impression of São Paulo is its sheer size. Home to more than 12 million people, it stretches across hills and valleys in an ocean of concrete. Yet within that immensity lies incredible diversity. Each district tells a different story. Avenida Paulista, the symbol of modern business and culture. Liberdade, where Japanese traditions shape everyday life. And Vila Madalena, a bohemian quarter filled with art studios, street murals, and lively bars. This patchwork of communities makes São Paulo a city of many worlds in one. Art and culture thrive here like nowhere else in South America. The São Paulo Museum of Art, MASP, with its striking modernist architecture, houses masterpieces from Europe and Brazil alike. The city is also home to Ibirapuera Park, a green oasis designed by Oscar Niemeyer and Roberto Burle Marx, where museums, theaters, and open lawns invite people to gather, relax, and celebrate culture in the heart of the metropolis. São Paulo is equally renowned for its culinary scene, which reflects its melting pot of cultures. From high-end international restaurants to humble street food stalls, the city offers flavors from every corner of the globe. Italian cantinas in Bixiga, Japanese sushi in Liberdade, and Brazilian feijoada served in traditional botecos all contribute to one of the richest gastronomic landscapes in the world. Yet São Paulo is more than business, art, and food. It is a city of constant motion. Its nightlife is legendary, from samba clubs and electronic music venues to rooftop bars with sweeping skyline views. Festivals, concerts, and events fill the calendar year-round, ensuring that there is always something happening, no matter the time of day. What makes São Paulo unforgettable is its contrasts. Luxury apartments rise beside humble favelas, tranquil parks sit within reach of crowded highways, and traditional markets thrive alongside cutting-edge shopping centers. It is a place of extremes, where every corner offers a new discovery. São Paulo is not a city you simply visit. It is a city you experience. Its immensity can overwhelm, but within it lies a pulse that captures travelers with its intensity, creativity, and humanity. It is Brazil's beating heart, a metropolis where the future is written every day, and where the essence of urban life reveals itself in all its beauty and complexity. Recife, the Venice of Brazil. Recife, the vibrant capital of Pernambuco in northeastern Brazil, is a city where history, culture, and tropical beauty meet the rhythm of the Atlantic. Known as the Venice of Brazil for its countless rivers, bridges, and canals, Recife is a place that dazzles with contrasts. Colonial heritage standing beside modern skyscrapers, bustling streets flowing into calm beaches, and traditions alive in every festival and song. The city's heart beats in its historic center, Recife Antigo. Here, cobbled streets lead to colorful colonial buildings, centuries-old churches, and lively squares that echo with music and dance. Marco Zero Square, the symbolic starting point of the city, is a place where locals and visitors gather to celebrate Recife's spirit. Just across the waters lies the island of Santo Antonio, home to cultural landmarks, museums, and some of the city's most storied architecture. Recife's coastline is just as captivating as its history. Boa Viagem Beach, with its long stretch of golden sand and turquoise waters, is one of Brazil's most famous urban beaches. Protected by natural reefs that gave the city its name, the beach offers calm swimming areas, lively boardwalks, and breathtaking views that come alive at sunrise and sunset. Culture thrives in Recife, shaped by African, indigenous, and Portuguese influences. This is the birthplace of frevo and maracatu, traditional rhythms that turn the streets into stages during Carnival. Unlike Rio's grand parades, Recife's Carnival feels closer to the people, with dancers, musicians, and giant puppets filling every corner with joy and color. It is a celebration of heritage and creativity that captures the soul of the city. Nearby, the town of Olinda, one of Brazil's best-preserved colonial gems and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, adds even more charm to the region. Its Baroque churches, pastel houses, and hillside views of Recife form a cultural partnership that few cities in the world can match. What makes Recife unforgettable is its blend of history and modernity, of beachside relaxation and cultural intensity. It is a city where rivers reflect colonial facades, where drums and trumpets call people into dance, and where the sea embraces the shore with timeless grace. Recife is more than a destination. It is a living mosaic of Brazil's past and present, a city that celebrates life with every rhythm, every festival, and every wave. Amazon rainforest, the lungs of the earth. The Amazon rainforest, stretching across 9 countries with the largest portion in Brazil, is the greatest expanse of tropical forest on the planet. Covering more than 5 million square kilometers, it is a place of breathtaking scale and endless mystery. Known as the lungs of the earth, the Amazon produces a significant portion of the world's oxygen and plays a vital role in regulating the global climate. But beyond its ecological importance, it is also a realm of wonder, where nature reveals its most powerful and diverse expressions. Stepping into the Amazon is like entering another world. Towering trees form a dense green canopy, filtering sunlight into golden beams that dance across the forest floor. The air is alive with sounds, the call of exotic birds, the rustle of unseen creatures, the constant hum of insects. Rivers wind like silver veins through the jungle, carrying both life and stories along their banks. The Amazon River itself, one of the longest and mightiest in the world, is the beating heart of this ecosystem. Its waters home to pink dolphins, giant fish, and countless species still unknown to science. The rainforest shelters unparalleled biodiversity. Jaguars prowl in silence, sloths hang lazily from branches, and macaws flash bright colors against the green backdrop. It is estimated that 1 in 10 known species on Earth lives here, making the Amazon not only a treasure of Brazil, but of the entire planet. For visitors, every walk, every canoe ride offers the possibility of discovery. Whether it is spotting a rare orchid, hearing the distant roar of howler monkeys, or watching a kaleidoscope of butterflies rise from the jungle floor. Yet the Amazon is more than nature alone. It is also home to millions of people, including hundreds of indigenous communities who have lived in harmony with the forest for centuries. Their traditions, knowledge, and way of life are deeply tied to the rhythms of the river and the land. Meeting them offers insight into a world where survival and spirituality are intertwined, where the forest is both home and sacred teacher. The Amazon rainforest is more than a destination. It is Earth's greatest sanctuary, a living cathedral of life where every tree, every river, and every creature plays a part in the story of our planet. Belo Horizonte, the modern soul of Minas Gerais. Belo Horizonte, affectionately called BH by locals, is the capital of Minas Gerais and one of Brazil's most vibrant urban centers. Surrounded by rolling hills and framed by the Serra do Curral Mountains, the city blends modern architecture, cultural richness, and a warm hospitality that makes every visitor feel at home. As Brazil's first planned city of the 20th century, Belo Horizonte combines urban order with the relaxed lifestyle of Minas Gerais, offering travelers a unique balance between innovation and tradition. The heart of BH lies in its avenues, squares, and bustling markets. The Mercado Central is a must-visit, a maze of stalls where aromas of cheese bread, pão de queijo, freshly roasted coffee, and artisanal sweets fill the air. It is a place where Minas's culinary heritage comes alive, inviting travelers to taste flavors rooted in centuries of tradition. The city is also famous for its countless botecos, informal bars that spill onto sidewalks, where friends gather to share snacks, laughter, and music late into the night. Green spaces soften the urban energy, offering residents and visitors a breath of calm. Parks like Mangabeiras, set against the backdrop of mountains, provide trails, panoramic views, and encounters with local wildlife. From the Mirante do Mangabeiras lookout, the entire city stretches out like a mosaic of buildings and trees, framed by the endless horizon that gave Belo Horizonte its name. The cultural calendar of BH is alive year-round, with music festivals, theater performances, and art exhibitions reflecting the city's creativity. Its role as a gateway to Minas Gerais makes it a starting point for exploring colonial gems like Ouro Preto and Tiradentes, towns that preserve the Baroque legacy of Brazil's past. Belo Horizonte is more than a capital. It is the modern soul of Minas Gerais, a place where culture, cuisine, and community come together, framed by the hills that give the city its enduring charm. Brasília, the visionary capital of Brazil. Brasília, the capital of Brazil, is unlike any other city in the country. Inaugurated in 1960, it was designed by architect Oscar Niemeyer and urban planner Lucio Costa as a bold vision of modernity and progress. From above, the city takes the shape of an airplane, with wide avenues as wings and the monumental axis as its body, symbolizing both movement and ambition. At its core lies the Praça dos Três Poderes, where the presidential palace, the National Congress, and the Supreme Court reflect the nation's democratic strength. Futuristic structures such as the Cathedral of Brasília, with its soaring white columns reaching toward the sky, showcase Niemeyer's genius and the city's unique aesthetic. Despite its modernist design, Brasília is softened by vast green spaces, lakes, and open skies. The Paranoa Lake offers leisure and tranquility, while cultural centers, museums, and theaters fill the capital with creativity and life. Brasília is more than a political hub. It is a living symbol of Brazil's dreams, a city that embodies innovation, architecture, and the spirit of building a future from vision. Parati, Brazil's colonial gem by the sea parody, nestled between lush mountains and the emerald waters of Brazil's Costa Verde, is one of the country's most enchanting colonial towns. Founded in the 17th century, it flourished during the gold rush as a key port, and today it remains a perfectly preserved window into Brazil's past. Walking through its cobbled streets feels like stepping into another era, where whitewashed houses with colorful doors and balconies create a timeless atmosphere. The historic center, protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is free of cars, allowing visitors to wander slowly and absorb the charm of its architecture. Churches, quaint squares, and artisan shops line the alleys, while the tide sometimes rises to wash gently over the cobblestones, adding to Paraty's magical aura. Festivals from literature to cachaça fill the town with culture and celebration throughout the year. Beyond its historic beauty, Paraty is embraced by nature. The surrounding Atlantic forest hides waterfalls and trails, while nearby islands and beaches invite exploration by boat. Crystal-clear waters, golden sands, and green hills create a paradise for swimmers, divers, and dreamers alike. What makes Paraty unforgettable is its balance between history and nature, serenity and festivity. It is not just a destination, but an experience, a place where Brazil's colonial soul meets the eternal beauty of the sea. Manaus, gateway to the Amazon. Manaus, the capital of Amazonas state, is a city like no other. Rising from the heart of the world's largest rainforest, it stands as both a modern metropolis and a portal into the untamed Amazon. Its unique location on the banks of the Rio Negro makes it the starting point for countless adventures into the jungle, where rivers, wildlife, and ancient traditions define life. The city's most iconic landmark is the Amazon Theater, Teatro Amazonas, a dazzling opera house built during the rubber boom of the late 19th century. With its Renaissance-inspired facade and a dome tiled in the colors of the Brazilian flag, it remains a symbol of Manaus's golden past and enduring cultural pride. Nature, however, is never far away. Just outside the city lies the meeting of the waters, where the dark Rio Negro and the sandy-colored Solimões River flow side by side for kilometers without mixing. A natural wonder that fascinates visitors. From Manaus, boats carry travelers deep into the Amazon, offering glimpses of pink dolphins, giant water lilies, and dense forests echoing with exotic sounds. Yet Manaus is not only about gateways, it is a city alive with energy. Bustling markets overflow with tropical fruits, fresh fish, and crafts that showcase the richness of indigenous heritage. Its people embody a blend of cultures, shaped by centuries of encounters between Europeans, Africans, and Amazonian tribes. What makes Manaus unforgettable is this harmony of opposites. An opera house in the middle of the jungle, a bustling city surrounded by endless wilderness. It is both frontier and cultural center, a reminder that even in the depths of the rainforest, human creativity and nature coexist in striking balance. Manaus is more than a city. It is the beating heart of the Amazon, a place where the forest meets the world. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil's desert of water and sand. Lençóis Maranhenses National Park, in the northeastern state of Maranhão, is one of Brazil's most surreal landscapes. Spanning over 1,500 square kilometers, it is often called a desert, yet unlike any other on Earth. Here, sweeping white sand dunes stretch endlessly, interrupted by thousands of crystal-clear lagoons that appear like jewels scattered across the landscape. From above, the view resembles a vast sheet, lençol in Portuguese, folded by wind and time, hence the park's poetic name. What makes Lençóis Maranhenses extraordinary is the seasonal miracle that shapes it. During the rainy months from January to June, rainwater collects between the dunes, forming turquoise and emerald lagoons. By July, the pools are full and vibrant, inviting travelers to swim in their refreshing waters under the tropical sun. Each lagoon is unique, some large enough to resemble lakes, others intimate and hidden like secret oases. Exploring the park feels like entering another dimension. Visitors trek barefoot across soft dunes, ride 4x4 vehicles through sandy trails, or glide in boats along the Rio Preguiças, which winds past small fishing villages and groves of palm trees. Sunset transforms the desert into a canvas of gold and crimson, while starlit nights reveal skies of breathtaking clarity. Lençóis Maranhenses is not just about scenery, it is also about life. Despite its harsh environment, the park shelters diverse ecosystems. Migratory birds skim the lagoons, freshwater fish thrive in temporary pools, and hardy vegetation clings to the edges of dunes. Local communities, such as those in Athens and Barreirinhas, live in harmony with this shifting landscape, offering warm hospitality and insights into a way of life shaped by sand and water. Lençóis Maranhenses is more than a natural wonder. It is Brazil's dreamscape, a reminder that nature can create masterpieces where least expected, painting water into sand and turning emptiness into paradise. Iguaçu Falls, nature's roaring masterpiece. Iguaçu Falls, straddling the border between Brazil and Argentina, is one of the most breathtaking natural wonders in the world. With nearly 300 cascades spread over 2.7 kilometers, it is larger than Niagara and wider than Victoria. A spectacle of water, mist, and thunder that leaves every visitor humbled by its force. The heart of the falls is the Devil's Throat, a U-shaped chasm where torrents of water plunge more than 80 meters into the gorge below. Standing on the walkways that stretch out over the river, you feel the ground tremble and the spray rise like a living cloud, surrounding you in nature's raw power. Rainbows often arch through the mist, turning the scene into something both fierce and magical. Yet Iguazu is more than its cascades. The falls are set within Iguazu National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that protects lush subtropical forest alive with toucans, monkeys, and butterflies. Trails and viewpoints weave through this green sanctuary, offering perspectives that shift from panoramic grandeur to intimate encounters with hidden streams and wildlife. What makes Iguazu unforgettable is the way it engages every sense. The roar in your ears, the spray on your skin, the endless motion before your eyes. It is not just a waterfall, but a living symphony of water and stone, a reminder of the planet's untamed beauty. Iguazu Falls is more than a destination. It is nature at its most dramatic, a masterpiece carved by time and water that captures both the heart and imagination. Genipabu Beach, the dunes of Rio Grande do Norte. Genipabu Beach, just a short drive from Natal in Brazil's northeast, is a destination where sea, sand, and adventure meet in unforgettable harmony. Famous for its towering dunes and crystal blue waters, it offers a landscape that feels both exotic and playful, a natural playground shaped by wind and tide. The highlight of Genipabu is its endless sand dunes, sculpted daily by the breeze. Visitors can explore them on thrilling buggy rides, choosing between with emotion or without emotion, as drivers speed up and down the slopes like a roller coaster. For a slower pace, camel rides across the dunes create a desert-like experience with the ocean as backdrop. Beyond the dunes, the beach itself is a haven of calm. Palm trees sway along the shore. Fishermen's boats rest on the sand, and natural lagoons hidden among the dunes invite refreshing swims. At sunset, the sky turns gold and crimson, reflecting on both sea and sand to create a scene of pure magic. What makes Genipabu special is this blend of beauty and fun, a place where nature shows its creativity and adventure adds to the wonder. It is more than a beach. It is one of Brazil's iconic postcards, where every ride, wave, and view leaves a lasting memory. Fernando de Noronha, Brazil's island paradise. Fernando de Noronha, an archipelago off the northeast coast of Brazil, is one of the country's most pristine and breathtaking destinations. Protected as a national marine park and UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is a paradise of turquoise waters, golden beaches, and rich biodiversity that feels far removed from the modern world. The islands are famed for their natural beauty. Baía do Sancho, often ranked among the best beaches in the world, dazzles with soft sands framed by cliffs and crystal-clear waves. Nearby, Baía dos Porcos offers a postcard view of the iconic Morro dos Irmãos, two twin peaks rising dramatically from the sea. Every corner of the archipelago seems designed for wonder. Beneath the surface lies another universe. The waters around Fernando de Noronha are home to dolphins, sea turtles, rays, and colorful fish, making it one of the finest diving and snorkeling destinations on Earth. Encounters with spinner dolphins are so common that daily gatherings in the bays feel like a natural performance of joy. Strict limits on tourism preserve the island's fragile ecosystem, giving visitors an experience of tranquility and intimacy. Trails lead to hidden coves, viewpoints overlook endless horizons, and sunsets paint the sky in vivid shades of orange and purple. What makes Fernando de Noronha unforgettable is its purity. It is a place where nature is still the master, where every beach, reef, and wave reminds us of the ocean's timeless beauty. Fernando de Noronha is more than an island escape. It is Brazil's crown jewel of the sea, a paradise where nature and serenity reign in perfect harmony. Curitiba, Brazil's green capital of innovation. Curitiba, the capital of Paraná in southern Brazil, is often hailed as one of the most sustainable and forward-thinking cities in Latin America. Nestled on a plateau surrounded by rolling hills, the city blends modern urban planning, rich cultural life, and a deep respect for nature. It is a place where tradition and innovation walk hand in hand, creating a model of balance that has drawn admiration worldwide. At the heart of Curitiba's identity is its commitment to green spaces. The city boasts dozens of parks and gardens that transform its urban landscape into an open-air sanctuary. The Botanical Garden of Curitiba, with its elegant glass greenhouse inspired by London's Crystal Palace, is the city's postcard image, surrounded by perfectly manicured gardens and walking paths. Nearby, parks like Barigui and Tanguá offer trails, lakes, and panoramic views, where residents and visitors alike gather to breathe fresh air and enjoy the outdoors. Curitiba is also a pioneer of urban mobility. Its innovative bus rapid transit system, created in the 1970s, became a model replicated across the globe, showing how practical design can improve everyday life. Wide boulevards, pedestrian-friendly streets, and cycling paths highlight the city's vision of sustainable growth. Culturally, Curitiba is just as vibrant. The Ópera de Arame, Wire Opera House, a stunning structure of steel and glass set over a lake, hosts concerts and performances in a setting as unique as the city itself. The Oscar Niemeyer Museum, shaped like a giant eye, showcases contemporary art and architecture. Festivals, theaters, and music fill the cultural calendar, reflecting the diverse roots of its people, many of whom descend from Italian, German, Polish, and Ukrainian immigrants. The city's cuisine reflects this multicultural heritage. Traditional dishes of Paraná are served alongside European-inspired bakeries, hearty stews, and vibrant markets. Sharing a meal here feels like traveling through centuries of flavors, each plate telling a story of migration and tradition. What makes Curitiba unforgettable is its harmony. It is a city of innovation that still feels human, a metropolis where skyscrapers rise beside parks, and cultural creativity flourishes alongside environmental responsibility. Curitiba is more than a destination. It is Brazil's green capital, a living example of how cities can grow without losing their soul, where progress and nature coexist in a vision of a better future. Salvador, the soulful heart of Bahia. Salvador, the vibrant capital of Bahia in northeastern Brazil, is a city where history, culture, and natural beauty come together in a dazzling display. Known as the capital of happiness, Salvador is celebrated for its Afro-Brazilian heritage, colorful colonial architecture, and lively rhythms that pulse through its streets. Here, past and present intertwine, creating an atmosphere that feels both timeless and alive. The city's heart beats strongest in the Pelourinho, its historic center and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Cobbled streets wind between pastel-colored mansions, ornate churches, and squares that echo with the sounds of drums and laughter. Each corner tells a story of Portuguese colonization, African resilience, and cultural fusion that has shaped Salvador into one of the most unique cities in the Americas. Salvador's identity is deeply tied to its Afro-Brazilian roots. This is the birthplace of capoeira, the martial art disguised as dance, and candomblé, a spiritual tradition blending African and Catholic practices. These expressions of culture are not confined to museums. They spill into the streets, onto stages, and into everyday life, infusing the city with rhythm, movement, and spirit. No visit to Salvador is complete without experiencing its music. Samba, axé, and bossa nova mix with African beats, creating sounds that move crowds in festivals and carnivals. The annual Carnival of Salvador is one of the largest in the world, drawing millions of revelers into a sea of parades, costumes, and contagious joy. Beyond its cultural treasures, Salvador is blessed with natural beauty. Golden beaches stretch along its coast, from the bustling shores of Porto da Barra to the tranquil waters of Itapua. Here, turquoise waves kiss soft sands, and palm trees sway in the breeze, offering a perfect balance to the city's energy. Sunsets over the Bay of All Saints paint the sky in shades of orange and purple, a daily spectacle that captures Salvador's soul. What makes Salvador unforgettable is the way it unites contrasts. Colonial churches standing beside Afro-Brazilian drum circles, serene beaches alongside lively streets, tradition interwoven with modern vibrance. It is a city that welcomes travelers not just to see, but to feel. Its rhythm, its spirit, and its joy. Salvador is more than a destination. It is Brazil's cultural masterpiece, a living celebration of heritage, resilience, and beauty where history meets the sea and music meets the soul. Rio de Janeiro, the marvelous city of Brazil. Rio de Janeiro, often called Cidade Maravilhosa or the Marvelous City, is one of the most iconic destinations in the world. Nestled between Emerald Mountains and the vast Atlantic Ocean, Rio is a city where nature and urban life blend in dazzling harmony. With its golden beaches, world-famous landmarks, and vibrant culture, Rio de Janeiro embodies the soul and spirit of Brazil like no other place. The city's most famous symbol is Christ the Redeemer, the colossal statue standing atop Mount Corcovado. With arms outstretched, it watches over the city and has become not only a landmark, but also a symbol of hope and faith. From this viewpoint, Rio unfolds like a living painting: lush peaks, turquoise bays, and a skyline where high rises hug the coastline. At the heart of Rio are its beaches, where daily life beats with a unique rhythm. Copacabana, with its sweeping crescent of golden sand, is alive with football games, beach vendors, and sunbathers. Ipanema, immortalized in song, captures a more stylish spirit, where sunsets are celebrated as if they were daily festivals. Together, these shores are more than beaches. They are Rio's living rooms, open to everyone. Yet Rio is not only about sun and sea. Rising dramatically from the water, Sugarloaf Mountain offers panoramic views that capture the essence of the city's geography: jungle, ocean, and metropolis converging in breathtaking balance. A cable car ride to its summit reveals why Rio is often regarded as one of the most beautiful cities on Earth. The city's culture pulses strongest in its music and festivals. Samba, with its irresistible rhythm, was born here, and nowhere is it felt more deeply than during Carnival. For a few unforgettable days, Rio explodes into a sea of parades, costumes, and music. As millions dance in the streets and the Sambadrome fills with dazzling performances, it is the world's greatest party, a celebration of joy and identity. Beyond the famous sights, Rio's neighborhoods each carry their own charm. Santa Teresa enchants with colonial mansions and winding alleys covered in street art. Lapa comes alive at night with music spilling from historic arches and bustling bars. Meanwhile, the Tijuca Forest, one of the largest urban rainforests in the world, offers waterfalls, trails, and wildlife just minutes away from the city center. What makes Rio unforgettable is its contrasts: modernity and tradition, celebration and serenity, ocean waves and jungle peaks. It is a city of spectacle and soul, where every view feels cinematic and every sound carries a rhythm of life. Rio de Janeiro is more than a destination. It is Brazil's masterpiece, a city of dreams and realities, where nature and humanity meet in a timeless embrace. Pipa Beach, Brazil's hidden paradise. Pipa Beach, once a humble fishing village in Rio Grande do Norte, has become one of Brazil's most enchanting seaside destinations. Known for its dramatic cliffs, golden sands, and crystal-clear waters, Pipa offers a perfect blend of natural beauty, vibrant culture, and laid-back charm. It is a place where travelers come not only to swim and surf, but also to lose themselves in an atmosphere that feels both relaxed and alive. The coastline of Pipa is nothing short of spectacular. Towering cliffs painted in shades of red and ochre rise above the shoreline, creating a striking contrast with the turquoise sea. Hidden coves and crescent-shaped beaches stretch along the coast, each offering its own personality. Praia do Amor, with its heart-shaped outline seen from above, is a favorite for surfers and romantics alike, while Baía dos Golfinhos delights visitors with the chance to spot dolphins swimming close to shore. What sets Pipa apart is the harmony between nature and lifestyle. The Atlantic forest hugs the coastline, with trails leading to panoramic viewpoints where the horizon seems endless. At low tide, natural pools form between reefs, inviting swimmers to float in calm, transparent waters. Sea turtles and dolphins share these waters, adding to the sense that Pipa is a sanctuary of biodiversity as well as beauty. The village itself has retained its charm despite its popularity. Narrow streets lined with boutiques, cozy pousadas, and lively bars welcome travelers from around the world. By day, life moves slowly, with visitors lounging in hammocks or sipping coconut water beneath palm trees. By night, Pipa transforms into a hub of energy, with music, dance, and flavors filling every corner. Local cuisine reflects the bounty of land and sea. Fresh seafood is the star. Grilled fish, shrimp, and lobster are served alongside tropical fruits and regional dishes that showcase Brazil's culinary richness. Sharing a meal in Pipa often feels like part of the experience, as restaurants and beachside stalls serve with warmth and authenticity. What makes Pipa unforgettable is its balance of serenity and excitement. It is a destination where you can spend mornings hiking cliffs, afternoons swimming with dolphins, and evenings dancing to the sound of forró under the stars. Each moment here feels touched by nature's generosity and Brazil's joyful spirit. Pipa Beach is more than just a coastal getaway. It is a hidden paradise where cliffs meet ocean, where dolphins greet travelers, and where every sunset paints the sky in unforgettable colors.